Welcome to Video Ghoulash. My name is Chance Kelly. Today we are talking about the Brass Coffin, also known back in the day as Washington Wicks. I'm really stoked to get into this. I wanted to order back in the Washington Wicks days, and it just didn't happen for me. But now, boy, do I have some cool stuff to go over. Let's get into the Brass Coffin. The Brass Coffin is out of the great state of Washington. Nikki, she's the maker over there. I want to send a heartfelt thank you to her. She sent me 3 Halloween lines. The Returning Joseph Vargo line, which is going to be in another video. The Savage Sinister line, which is going to be in another video. And her line that she sent me in wax melt form. The Halloween 2025 line. Plus, she has another line dropping on the 8th of September, which this video will probably come out after that, so go check it out. She's got 4 new wax melts dropping on the 8th. I'm super stoked about these. Haunted Carnival, Cotton Candy Swirled with Black Licorice, Fireside Tales, Clove, Amber, Leather, Caramel, Vanilla, and Cinnamon. Raven's Embers, Cranberry Zest, Tobacco, Leaf, Amber, and Patchouli, and Death by Chocolate, nothing but pure milk chocolate. Those are coming out September 8th. Go check it out at thebrasscoffin.com. So let's start off with the Poisoned One. The notes on this are damp earth and tart apples. This is a house-made blend. It has more of a damp earth smell with a touch of tart apples. That's what it says on the website. Ooh, it's so good. To my nose, this is tart apples with the touch of damp earth at the end. When you melt it, it does something a little different. There's a note in here with the tart apple. See, this is more like cursed apple, less cider and more cursed apple to me. A Washington apple, maybe, to my nose. Beautiful red apple though, and it's got kind of a musk. There's like a musky, beautiful, sweet musk note in there as well, and you get the damp earth right at the end. To my nose, the damp earth is more at the end. I love it, actually. It's awesome. I don't think I'd like it if it was more damp earth forward. This is the perfect blend. This is like a masterful blend of a poisoned apple kind of a scent. But again, I'm not going to say poisoned apple. Poisoned apple kind of leans into ciders, at least to me in my nose. This feels more like a cursed apple because it smells better than any apple should smell, whatever with that musk that's going on with a really authentic Washington apple. And then you've got that nice pop of damp earth right at the end. Just a little doom, right? Beautiful. The Poisoned One. Love the label, by the way. My autumnal score on the Poisoned One, 4. It's a poison apple, so it's high on the autumnal scale. Halloween-wise, yeah, I've got to kick it a 4 as well. It's super high on that. I mean, apples can do late summer. They can do late fall. They can go into Christmas even. This is very specific to me, though, for autumn and Halloween. Chills wise, I'll give it a 1. It does have like a hint of evil, like a suggestion of evil. It's just so nice. It's almost too nice. But with that damp earth on the end, you get that little bit of macabre. My ghoul grade on the Poisoned One, that's a 4. That's an incredible apple scent, cursed apple scent, the Poisoned One. Next up, Sleepy Hollow. The notes on Sleepy Hollow are spicy pumpkin flesh, glowing embers, dried leaves, and autumn air. This fragrance is, this thing's amazing. It's crazy. This is a wild fragrance. My nose gets this buttery crust, super buttery crust, and then this beautiful pumpkin flesh with the spices and stuff in it. This feels like a hand pie. Like you've made a hand pie and you are now baking it over a bonfire outside. So you've got that autumn air and the dried leaves and this kind of a wisp of smoke across the top. These glowing embers. This is an active fire, so it feels very active, and the smoke is just the perfect amount. It doesn't overtake anything. It's just there kind of hanging out in the back and then kind of wafting across the top a little bit. This is a really cool fragrance. You get every note listed. To me, the buttery crust and Yeah, and the spicy pumpkin flesh are there out front. And I know like the crust note isn't really in here. I don't know how it's achieved, but I get that first off, like the spicy pumpkin flesh and like a crust, a really fresh handmade crust. And then you've got this really cool dried leaves and autumn air note wafting around. But the glowing embers, that wisp of smoke on the top, and that sort of encapsulates it, but it's not too heavy. It's just the right amount. It's like an active fire. This is such a mood setter. It's such an evocative fragrance. I mean, it puts me in my mind in the northeastern hill country, right where this guy's at. And it's peak autumn. I'm outside. I've got a hand pie cooking over the bonfire. And there's something about this that feels very authentic to the time period. It feels very authentic to the time period as well, and how it evokes the Headless Horseman and Sleepy Hollow. It's really, really cool. It's wild to me too that it's such a pleasant scent. And by the way, like melt it, and it goes deeper into the whole thing. Cold, it's great. On hot though, this thing is next level. Autumnal score, that's a 5. Halloween score, I'm gonna give it a 4. Only because that era specific sort of feel that this thing has can go like late fall Renaissance Festival. If you go to a Renaissance Festival in the late fall, you can take it there too. But it's also like super Halloween, so I'm going to give it a 4. Chills wise, this is a 2. I'm going to give this a 2, which is pretty high considering it's such a pleasant fragrance. But the way that it elicits the Headless Horseman, Sleepy Hollow, it does bring that with it. My ghoul grade on Sleepy Hollow is a 5. This thing is incredible. It gets a ghoul. The more time I spend with this thing, the more I love it. Absolutely next level, Nikki. Next freaking level. Last up is Cauldron. Cauldron is not your typical witch's brew. It says lots of dark berries, a whiff of smoke, and a few dried herbs. Sounds simple enough, but guess what? Not to like repeat myself, but this thing's crazy. This thing's wild. It's so sour and sharp, but has this crazy musk to it, and this beautiful berry. The dark berries have that resinous deep spectrum hit with the sharp, and it's got this pop of vaporous smoke. And whatever the herbs are, I don't know. I'm not the best at picking out herb notes. Maybe sage, maybe rosemary. I don't know. This thing's crazy though. Cauldron is wild. When you melt this, it goes even deeper again. The spectrum of this thing fills out even more. It feels cold. It feels very potion-like. The wild way that the dark berries have that full resinous sweetness, that depth of sweetness, almost a smoky sweetness that's inherent in a dark berry. But then you've got this like sour musk, this sharp sour musk that it's wild. I don't know what to explain about it. Is it like apple? Is it citrus? I don't know what it is. Is it some kind of berry, like an elderberry? I don't really know. And then that beautiful vaporous smoky thing. This, I can see the potion glowing in the cauldron and the vaporous smoke fogging over. This is a wild scent. I don't know what kind of witchery alchemy you're doing over there with this musky, sour, dark berry rich vaporous potion, but this thing is incredible. And you know, it's nostalgic. I don't know why. I can't place it. I don't know if it's specific to me, or y'all will have to tell me out there if this presses that nostalgia button for you. But it's recalling something to me that I can't put my finger on, but it feels very nostalgic and old school, and I do love that about it. And also, this thing is a powerhouse of a fragrance and lingers. It hangs out for a while. If I was to score such a thing as longevity, then this would get the highest score you can get. My autumnal score on Witch's Cauldron, a 3. Just because of the relation of witches and potions and things like that to fall. I feel like it's got a 3 on the autumn scale. Halloween wise, I'm gonna give it a 4. a little bit higher just because of the connection between, you know, witches and potions and Halloween and Samhain. Also, why the chill factor on this thing? I'd give it 3.5. Yeah, because, you know, black magic. So it's spooky. My ghoul grade on Cauldron, 4. I really love this. I can't wait to spend more time with it. I've bought candles of all of these too, by the way. I can't wait to get those. Absolutely a killer line. Halloween 2025 at the Brass Coffin. Digging these. Every one of them is a totally different vibe too. Such a cool line.